Hello everyone, welcome to Matrix Uploaded. We're doing language, structure and use, and we're looking at the sentence. A sentence is a group of words that makes sense on its own. A sentence is a complete thought that is expressed in words. So what does that mean practically? A sentence must have a subject and a finite verb. Please learn this. Even if you don't fully understand it, you must learn it. So if I ask you for a definition of a sentence, that's what you give me. If I say to you, is this a sentence? You say yes, because it has a subject and a finite verb, or no, because it doesn't have a finite verb or doesn't have a subject. What is a finite verb? A finite verb is one whose form changes in order to match the form of the subject. Okay, what does that mean? I'm telling you that a finite verb changes. That's the most important thing here. A finite verb has person. First person, second person, third person. First person is I, second person is you, third person is he, she, or it. In the plural, we, you again, and they. So if I say the boy runs, he runs, we are talking about third person. I talk, first person. A finite verb has number, singular and plural. We say he eats, but they eat. It has number. And the most important thing, if you didn't understand person and number, okay, leave it. But you must understand the finite verb shows you the tense of the sentence. So if you say to yourself, what tense am I in? Present, past, future. The word that is showing you present, past, future, that's going to be your verb. Let's look at this example. The birds chirp in the early morning. What tense are we in? We're in present tense. Which word told you that? Chirp, there. The birds chirped in the early morning. What tense are we in? Past tense. Which word told you that? Chirped. My English teacher is in the classroom right now. What tense are we in? Present. What word told you that? Is. It's amazing how many students forget that is a finite verb. It's telling you my teacher is in the classroom. That's the finite verb. The coach was at practice today. What tense are we in? Past. Which word told you that? Was. Again, students forget that was is a finite verb. Now what do you notice? Chirp, chirped, is, was. The finite verb in all these sentences is how many words? One word. Right, fair enough. But what about this? The birds are chirping in the early morning. What tense are we in? We're in the present. We're actually in the present continuous, but the present. Which word told you present? Are. But this is also part of the finite verb. Together, those two words make up the finite verb. Are telling you present, and chirping telling you what they're doing. So the two words together are the finite verb. The birds were chirping in the early morning. What tense are we in? Past. What told you past? Were. But what about chirping? This is telling you past. This is telling you what they're doing. Together, the two words make up the finite verb. So what does finite mean? It means complete. The complete verb. If I say to you, the verb is were, that's not the complete verb. If I say to you the verb is chirping, that's not the complete verb. The complete verb, the finite verb, is were chirping. The birds will chirp in the early morning. What tense are we in? We're in the future tense. Which word told you future? Will. But what about chirp? Those two words together make up the finite verb. The birds have chirped in the early morning. What tense are we in? Remember we said have plus a verb is the present perfect tense. Have plus the verb. The birds had chirped in the early morning. Had plus the rest of the verb. This is the past perfect tense. What number? The birds chirp in the early morning. Singular or plural? This is plural. The verb is correct. The bird chirps in the early morning. This is singular, so we have chirps. Remember, the verb must agree with the subject. Birds chirp, bird chirps. We're going to continue with this in the next segment.